Right now you are creating yourself with every thought, with every word, with every little action. You are painting the main character of your story. You are doing it so automatically, so quickly, that you may not even see that this is what is happening. But it is happening every moment. Even now as you listen, you are writing another line in the story of you. This is what I call the mastery of self. The mastery of self is not about controlling yourself with force. It is not about fighting with yourself. It is not about becoming someone better so that the world finally approves of you. The mastery of self is about seeing clearly who you are not, and who you have agreed to pretend to be. You have been playing a character for many years. This character has a name, a history, many memories, many wounds, many successes and failures. This character has a personality, habits, fears, and dreams. This character has learned how to act in the world to be accepted, approved of, and loved, at least a little. You call this character me. But the true you is not just this character. The true you is the one who is dreaming the character. If you forget this, you suffer. You get lost in the drama of the story as if the story is all that exists. If you remember this, you begin to master your life moment by moment. Most people live their whole life inside a dream of suffering. They do not know that it is a dream. They think it is reality itself. They think the story in their mind is the truth. In this dream of suffering, they believe that they must control other people in order to be safe. They believe they must please everyone in order to be loved. They believe they are not good enough, not worthy, not beautiful, not strong, not intelligent, not deserving. They live like slaves to the opinions of others, to the voices in their own mind, to old agreements they never chose consciously. They wake up, they work, they worry, they fear, they argue, they cry, they hope, and then they sleep again. Day after day, this dream of suffering becomes normal. If you look around, you see people taking everything personally. A look from someone becomes an attack. A word becomes a wound. A silence becomes proof of rejection. The mind fills in all the empty spaces with assumptions, with stories that hurt. I must have done something wrong. They do not like me. I am always the problem. And then the mind uses these stories to create more stories. You see people living with conditional love. I will love you if you do what I want. I will love you if you act the way I expect. I will love you if you make me feel safe. I will love you if you never leave me. I will love myself if I never fail. I will love myself if I am perfect. This is the dream of suffering. It is full of conditions, full of fear, full of judgment and blame. And maybe you recognize some of this in your own life. Perhaps you notice how easily you take things personally. Perhaps you see how quickly you create stories in your mind about what others think of you. Perhaps you feel how tired you are from trying to be good enough for everyone. The mastery of self is already in you, waiting to be lived. You are ready. If you can see this even a little, then something beautiful is already happening. Awareness has begun. The mastery of self begins with awareness of the dream. Life is like a dream. It is like a big story being told through you. In this story, there is a main character. That is the you speak about every day. I am anxious, I am angry, I am happy, I am tired, I am not good enough, I am strong, I am weak. This I is your main character. Everyone else you know appears in your story as secondary characters. Your parents, your partners, your friends, your enemies, your teachers, your children, your co-workers, all of them appear in your story in that way. They are very important, but still they are not the main character in your world. You are. In their own story, you are the secondary character. They are the main character there. Everyone moves through life like this, each one living inside their own dream, each one believing their dream is the world. When you forget that everyone lives in their own dream, you begin to take everything personally. You think that what others say is always about you. You think that how they act is a judgment of your worth. You believe that every rejection, every criticism, every silence is proof that you are not enough. But the truth is this: the way others act is about their dream, not yours. It is about their agreements, their wounds, their fears, their desires. In your story, they play a role. In their story, you play a role. These stories intersect, but they are not the same. This is why the mastery of self is not about controlling other people. You cannot control the story that is happening in their mind. You can try, but in the end, you only create more suffering for them and for you. Real mastery begins when you turn your attention from their dream to your own dream. You begin to ask, what kind of main character have I created? D. How do I speak to myself in my own mind? What agreements have I made about who I am and what I deserve? And most important, are those agreements true? Inside your mind, there is a conflict. It is not a battle between good and bad. It is not a battle between heavenly and hellish forces. It is something much more simple and much more intimate. It is a battle between truth and lies. The lies in your mind whisper things like, I am not good enough. There is something wrong with me. I do not deserve love. I am broken. I must earn love by suffering. If I am perfect, I will finally be loved. If I say no, they will abandon me. If I show who I truly am, no one will stay. These are lies. But if you believe them, they create real suffering. The mind is very powerful. It does not need truth to create an effect. It only needs your faith. When you believe a lie, your body reacts as if it is true. Your body feels fear, shame, guilt, anger, sadness. Your actions follow that belief. If you believe you are not worthy, you accept relationships that betray you. If you believe you are broken, you judge yourself all day long. If you believe you must please everyone, you betray yourself to keep others comfortable. You suffer, not because life wants you to suffer, but because you have made agreements with lies. At the same time, there is truth in you. The truth speaks very softly. It does not shout. It does not threaten. It does not say, believe me or else. Truth is quiet, simple, and steady. The truth says, you are life, you are love, you are worthy because you exist. You do not need to earn your right to be here. You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it. You are not the story. You are the storyteller. When you listen to truth, something in you relaxes. The body softens. The breath becomes deeper. There is a feeling of peace. Have you felt this before? Even for one moment? Perhaps in nature or in silence or in the arms of someone who truly accepts you. That peace is your natural state. The lies are the disturbance. The lies are like clouds covering the clear sky of your being. The mastery of self is the art of choosing truth over lies again and again, even when the lies are loud. When you see that the real conflict is not between you and the world, not between you and your family, not between you and your partner, but between truth and lies in your own mind, everything changes. You stop trying to fix everyone else. You stop trying to be the judge of everybody's life. You begin to take responsibility for your own dream. You begin to ask new questions. Is this thought true? Is this story true? Does this belief help me love, or does it create fear? As you do this, a new relationship becomes possible, a very beautiful one. The relationship with your own body. Your body is the love of your life. Your body has been with you since you were born. It has carried you through every moment of your story. It has been there in every joy, in every heartbreak, in every victory, in every defeat. It has listened to every story in your mind. It has felt every emotion your thoughts have created. When you are harsh with yourself, your body feels it. When you speak to yourself with hatred, your body feels it. When you ignore your needs, your body feels abandoned. And yet your body stays with you, loyal, breathing, beating, holding you until the last moment of your life. Perhaps you have treated everyone else with more kindness than you have treated your own body. Perhaps you have given more respect to strangers than to this loyal companion that never leaves you. You may have made your body the enemy. You may have believed lies like, my body is not beautiful, my body is too big, too small, too old, too weak, my body is a problem to fix, my body is my prison. These lies create shame and rejection. They separate you from your own physical existence. You live as if you are at war with yourself, but your body is not your enemy. Your body is a miracle. It is the home where life and your personal dream meet. Your body is matter. It has a beginning and an end. One day it will return to the earth, but the life that animates your body, the energy that makes it breathe and move, that life is eternal, that life flows through all beings, through plants, animals, humans, stars, and galaxies. You are not only the body, you are not only the mind, you are life, expressing itself through this body, through this mind, in this moment. When you begin to see your body as the love of your life, something inside you softens. You begin to treat your body with respect. You feed it with more care. You listen when it is tired. You give it rest. You allow it to move, to stretch, to dance, to enjoy existence. Then your mind can become loyal to your body. Instead of using your mind to torture your body with criticism and shame, you use it to support your body with wise choices and kind words. The body is like a beloved partner. It needs your kindness, it needs your patience, it needs your presence. This is part of the mastery of self, to make peace with your own physical existence, to honor the romance between life and matter that is happening within you right now. At the same time, you also begin to see the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. Conditional love is the love of the dream of suffering. It says, I love you if you do what I want. I love you if you never change. I love you if you make me happy. I love you if you never challenge me. I love myself if I never make mistakes. I love myself if I am perfect, if I never fail, if everyone likes me. Conditional love is based on fear. It is afraid of loss. It is afraid of rejection. It is afraid of the unknown. It tries to control the other person or control yourself to feel safe. Conditional love creates jealousy. It creates war. It creates constant tension. You may have felt this tension in your relationships, walking on eggshells, afraid to be yourself, afraid to say no, afraid to disappoint. When you love conditionally, you become a jailer and a prisoner at the same time. You try to put others in a cage, but you also live in your own cage. Unconditional love is very different. It's I love you as you are. I love you even if you change. I love you even if you say no. I love you even if you leave. I love myself as I am now, not as I wish I were. I love myself even when I make mistakes. I love myself even when others do not understand me. Unconditional love does not mean you accept abuse. It does not mean you stay in situations that harm you. It does not mean you never create boundaries. Unconditional love means you see the truth of what is without lies, and you still choose kindness, respect, and honesty for yourself and others. When you love unconditionally, you do not need to control. You do not need to manipulate. You do not need to pretend. You do not need to wear a mask. You can say yes when it is a true yes. You can say no when it is a true no. You can leave when it is time to leave. You can stay when it is true to stay. Unconditional love gives freedom to you and to others. And where does unconditional love begin? It begins with you. You cannot give to others what you refuse to give to yourself. If you live with self-rejection, with constant self-judgment, with harsh criticism, your love for others will be mixed with fear and control. So the mastery of self is the path of learning to love yourself without conditions. To say to yourself with honesty, I am not perfect. I have believed many lies. I have hurt myself and others. I have been asleep in my dream. And still I choose to love myself now. I choose to be kind to myself now. I choose to forgive myself now. This is not something you do once. It is a practice again and again. In each moment you can return to this. Now you may ask, how do I begin to change my world? How do I move from the dream of suffering to a dream of love? The answer is simple, but it is not always easy. You change your world by changing the main character of your story. You do not need to go back and fix every secondary character. You do not need to make your parents apologize. You do not need to convince your ex-partner to understand you. You do not need to make your children see the world exactly as you do. All of that is their dream. In your dream, you begin with the only part you truly have power over, the way you see yourself, the agreements you hold about yourself, the words you speak to yourself. Imagine you have a book in your hands, the book of your life. On every page there are sentences like, I am not enough, I am a failure, I always mess things up, no one truly loves me, I must be strong and never show weakness. If I rest, I am lazy. If I say no, I am selfish. These sentences are agreements you have made. You may not remember when you made them. Many you accepted as a child just by listening to the adults around you, to society, to religion, to culture. You did not choose most of them consciously. They were programmed into your mind. But now you are an adult. Now you can read the book. Now you can decide if you want to keep those sentences. If a sentence in that book creates suffering, you can question it. You can ask, is this really true? Who would I be without this belief? Does this thought help me love, or does it create fear? When you see that an agreement is based on a lie, you can choose to let it go. You can cross out that sentence and write another one. This is not about forcing yourself to believe something you do not feel. It is about gently telling yourself the truth over and over until you begin to feel it. For example, the lie says, I am not enough. The truth says, I am life. I am as I am supposed to be in this moment. I am worthy because I exist. You repeat this truth with kindness. You act from this truth as best you can. You treat yourself as someone worthy of love and respect. With time, the old agreement loses power. But this takes practice. Here, the energy of the 4 agreements can guide you in a very simple way. Be impeccable with your word. This means use your word in your mind and out loud to support truth, not lies. Do not speak against yourself. Do not curse yourself with your own thoughts. Use your word like a brush, painting love and clarity into your story. Do not take anything personally. Remember that everyone lives in their own dream. What they say and do reflects their agreements, their wounds, their fears. When you stop taking it personally, you free yourself from so much unnecessary suffering. Do not make assumptions. Ask, clarify. Look for truth, not for confirmation of your fears. How many times have you suffered because of a story you invented in your mind about what someone else was thinking? When you do not know, you can admit you do not know. You can ask and you can listen. Always do your best. Your best will change from day to day. When you are tired, your best will not look like your best on a day you are full of energy. That is okay. Doing your best is not about being perfect. It is about being present and sincere with whatever you can do today. These simple agreements can reshape the main character. The more you practice them, the more the character in your story changes from a victim of life to an artist of life. You begin to live as if you truly have a choice. Because you do. Every day you will have opportunities to practice. Your mind will create an old story. They are rejecting me. You notice it. You pause. You do not take it personally. You remind yourself, this is their dream. I do not really know what is happening in their mind. You breathe. You respond with clarity instead of automatic fear. Your mind will make an assumption. They think I am stupid. You notice it. You pause. You ask, is that true? Did they say that? Or is this an old voice from my past? Maybe you ask the person directly. Maybe you let it go. But you do not simply believe the assumption as truth. You will criticize your body. I hate the way I look. You notice it. You pause. You ask, would I speak this way to someone I love? You begin to offer a different word. Thank you, body, for carrying me. I am learning to love you as you are. In all these moments, you are practicing the mastery of self. You are like an artist learning new strokes. At first, it may feel clumsy. Your hand may shake. You may fall back into old patterns. That is okay. The mastery of self is not perfection. It is a practice. Every day, life gives you fresh canvas, 24 hours of new chances to see, to choose, to act from truth rather than lies. This is why it is so important to bring everything into the present moment. The present moment is the only place where you exist. It is the only place where you can rewrite your story. It is the only place where you can love, where you can forgive, where you can say yes or no, where you can change direction. The mind loves to live in the past and in the future. It plays old scenes again and again. Things you said, things they said, moments when you were hurt, moments when you were wrong. It imagines the future with fear. Things that might happen, things that might go wrong, disasters that are not here. In both cases, you leave the present, you leave your body. Your attention is trapped in ghost stories, stories of what is no longer here and stories of what is not here yet. When you gently bring your attention back to the present, you come home. You notice your breath, you feel your feet on the ground, you sense your body from the inside, you listen to the sounds around you. You become aware of this moment just as it is. Here, in this simple presence, there is often much less suffering than in your thoughts. Maybe your situation is not easy. Maybe there is pain in your life. But in this moment, often, what you are actually feeling is not as terrible as the story your mind is telling. The story might say, I will always be alone. But in this moment, you are not always. You are here, listening, breathing. The story might say, no one loves me. But in this moment, you cannot truly know what is happening in the hearts of others. In this moment, the only heart you can feel directly is your own. In the present, you can choose to be kind to yourself. You can choose to speak to yourself as a loving friend, not as a cruel judge. You can choose one small action in the direction of love. To rest, to drink water, to say a truth, to set a boundary, to apologize, to forgive. These small choices made again and again in the present change the story of your life. The mastery of self is built from these small, humble moments. It is not dramatic, it is not loud, it is not about big declarations. It is about steady, gentle honesty with yourself. You begin to see that your life is a work of art. You are the artist. The main character you have created until now has done their best with the knowledge and the agreements they had. Even your suffering has been part of your masterpiece. When you see this, you can hold your past with compassion. You do not have to hate who you were. You do not have to erase your story. You can honor the journey that brought you here to this moment of awareness. And from here, you can choose differently. You can create a main character who speaks truth with kindness, a main character who loves their body, a main character who respects their own time and energy, a main character who does not need to save the whole world to feel worthy. A main character who is not afraid to say, I do not know. A main character who can laugh at their own mind gently without cruelty. Step by step, choice by choice, this character becomes more and more aligned with truth and love. The world you see changes because the one who is looking has changed. The same situation might arise, a criticism, a rejection, a misunderstanding, but your reaction is different. You do not automatically fall into old patterns. You breathe. You remember your agreements. You remember that you have a choice. You remember that the real conflict is inside between truth and lies. In that moment, you practice mastery. And of course, you will forget. You will believe a lie again. You will take something personally. You will make an assumption. You will speak against yourself in your mind. When this happens, do not use these teachings to punish yourself. Do not say, I should know better. I am failing at this. I am a terrible student. This is just another lie. Instead, you notice, you smile gently at yourself. You say, I believe this lie again. It is okay. I am learning. And you return to truth as best you can. This is how you grow. This is how you master yourself, not by violence, not by harsh discipline, but by steady, loving awareness and practice. Right now, as you listen, feel your body. Notice your breath. Notice how your chest rises and falls. Notice the sensations in your hands, your feet, your face. Let your attention rest gently inside your body, as if you are embracing yourself from within. Now, quietly in your own heart, you can say, I am the artist of my life. I am the storyteller. I am not the voice of fear in my mind. I am life, experiencing this moment through this body. Let these words be simple. Do not argue with them. Do not try to make them perfect. Just let them be like a small candle in a dark room. You do not need to light the whole world. You only need to light your own room, your own heart. From this small light, you learn to speak to yourself in a new way. Instead of saying, I am broken, you can say, I am healing. Instead of saying, I am alone, you can say, I am with myself and life is with me. Instead of saying, I am not enough, you can say, I am learning to love who I am. Again and again, you return to this. Every day, you have a chance to practice the mastery of self. When you wake up, you can bless your own body with gratitude. When you make a mistake, you can speak to yourself with kindness instead of shame. When someone criticizes you, you can ask, is this really about me? Or is this their dream? When your mind creates a painful story, you can question it, look for the truth behind it. When you feel tired, you can allow yourself to rest without calling yourself lazy. When you feel afraid, you can acknowledge your fear gently and still choose a loving action. Little by little, these choices become natural. The main character in your story changes. Your dream changes. You may still experience pain. This is part of being human. People you love may still take each other. Live. Life will still bring endings and beginnings. Your body will still age. There will still be uncertainty. But your relationship to all of this changes. You no longer live as a victim of life. You live as an artist in a living, moving, changing masterpiece. You're not obsessed with controlling everything. You're more interested in telling the truth, in loving deeply, in being present. You see that everyone like you is trapped or freed by their own agreements. You have more compassion for others because you know they are living in their own dream, fighting their own inner battles between truth and lies. You may still choose to leave certain relationships. You may still choose to say no, but you do this with clarity, not with hate. This is the power of intent. Your intent is the direction of your life. When your intent is to live in truth and in love, everything in you slowly aligns with that direction. Sometimes you will feel strong, sometimes you will feel weak, sometimes you will feel clear, sometimes you will feel confused. Through all of this, your intent can remain the same: to be honest with yourself, to be kind with yourself, to practice, to do your best. This is enough. You do not need to become a saint. You do not need to impress anyone with your spirituality. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be sincere. Sincere in your desire to live with less lies and more truth. Sincere in your desire to treat your body with respect. Sincere in your desire to love without conditions, starting with yourself. Sincere in your desire to live as the artist of your own dream, not as the victim of someone else's story. Now, in this moment, feel the life in you. Feel how your heart beats without your effort. Feel how the breath comes and goes. Feel the quiet presence that is simply aware. This presence is you, beyond your name, beyond your history, beyond your roles. From this presence, you can look at the story of your life with gentle eyes. You can see the scenes of your past, the moments of pain, the moments of joy. You can feel gratitude for all that has brought you to this point of awareness. You can bless your younger self, the one who did not know what you know now. You can say to that younger self, you did your best. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for continuing. I am here now and I will take care of us. And you can bless your future self, the one you are becoming. You can say, I am walking toward you step by step with truth and love. The mastery of self is not a destination. It is a way of walking. It is a way of breathing. It is a way of relating to your own mind, your own body, your own heart. Every time you choose truth over lies, love over fear, presence over automatic reaction, you are mastering yourself. Not to dominate yourself, but to free yourself, to free the artist in you, to create a dream of life that reflects more of who you truly are: life, love, awareness. So, my beloved friend, as we come to the end of these words, we are not arriving at an ending. We are simply arriving at a doorway. On one side of the doorway is the old dream of suffering, Nang, built from lies and self-rejection. On the other side is a new dream, which you will create step by step from truth and self-love. You do not need to cross this doorway perfectly. You only need to take one honest step at a time. Today, maybe your step is a kinder word to yourself. Today, maybe your step is questioning one painful belief. Today, maybe your step is listening to your body's need for rest. Today, maybe your step is saying no when you mean no, or yes when you truly mean yes. Whatever your step is, let it be guided by your intent to live in truth, to live in love, to live as the artist you are. I offer you a blessing now from my heart to yours. May you see clearly the lies that cause you suffering, and may you have the courage to let them go. May you recognize the truth of your own worth, your own beauty, your own power to create. May you treat your body as the love of your life with respect, gratitude, and tenderness. May you love yourself without conditions so that your love for others becomes free and joyful. May you remember again and again that you are not the story, you are the storyteller. And may the dream you create from this day forward be filled with more peace, more laughter, more honesty, and more love.